welcome Mr. Jamie Foxx, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, I got one, I got a woman. Well, town, that's good to me. That's good to me. Yeah, I got a woman that's good to me.
Well, we're going to talk about Ray in a minute, but man, that was... He's got the... You've got the voice, he's got the looks, he's got everything, and it's unbelievable. I'm angry already.
Yeah, don't enjoy it. Let's share it.
Hey, Jamie, how nice to have you on the show. Thank you for coming in. Where did you fly in? You just got into the UK
just
today?
Got in today. Okay. Just flew in, came across the pond, landed, and here.
Boom, on the show.
Yeah.
How long are you in the UK for?
I'll be here for a few days, just, promoting, hanging out. You'll see me out at the club or something.
Yeah, well, I was going to say, I know you're a man who enjoys to taste the nightlife wherever you go.
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little.
Do you have a plan yet? Do you have an itinerary worked out?
I don't know, but I'm with you. You know, this is your city, so you got to let me know where it goes down.
Okay, well, I'm heading home straight after the show. But I'm sure my wife will be delighted if I turn up with you.
We'll have to make it happen.
We'll have to hook you up with Prince William and Harry, because they're the fellas downtown.
Really? That's the thing?
They'll be going down to Bougies, I believe they go to, and there's a place called the Funky Buddha, I believe, is where they go to. And there's the China White. There's all these sort of clubs out there.
Right. Yeah. Why not China Black? Any China Blacks?
Well, because we're racists in this country. I might as well be honest about it. I don't know why.
Well, I'm going to get in where I fit in.
Okay. But having a reputation like that and being someone who is known for enjoying nightlife, do you throw a good party yourself at home? Do you like?
Yeah, I mean, I just, I like just having, good karaoke parties. I just like to have, just some fun.
But you see, you at a karaoke party, that's not fair to anyone else because you can sing properly.
Yeah, but it's not about singing. It's just about your delivery and your enthusiasm. Like I've had huge karaoke parties over in the States. Like I've actually had Whitney Houston, Bobby Brown singing it. Bobby Brown singing karaoke is hilarious. He forgets the words, and I'm like, Bobby's right. But it's just, just having fun, man. That's what it's all about.
Jamie, do you have a karaoke speciality that you do?
I think if you ever want to kill karaoke, YMCA always kills it.
Yeah.
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I say, young man, there's no need to feel down. Many ways to have a good time. Just want to say it, YMCA.
Well, this is... okay, now, here's the thing. Jamie Foxx, quite deservedly, is one of the biggest movie stars in the world right now. And you've had now the huge honour. You have your name in a star on the Hollywood Boulevard.
Yeah.
Now, that must be, I would have thought, an exciting day, an exciting tribute to have made.
Very exciting. And if you ever travel, most of the people that travel over to L.A. and they come to Hollywood, the first place you go is Star, Hollywood Boulevard. So as a kid, we would go there. And to be part of that is just, incredible. A little nervous at first on where they were going to put it.
Well, where did they put it? Because do you have a say as to what names you're up
against?
You
don't have a say, so I was a little worried that it might be next to Ren 1010 or Lassie or something. But they actually put it next to Halle Berry. Look out.
You had a say in that.
No, I mean, I don't know how it happened, but I appreciate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're a lucky man.
Right next to that.
So you're next to Halle, but who's next to you? Who's the guy?
Charlize Theron.
Oh, man,
it's a sexy sandwich.
That's too...
So, and shout out to Halle, because we've been seeing each other now for 8 years in my mind, so I just want to shout out to
I can't believe she's cheating on you in my mind at the moment. We had a thing going on.
Yeah, it's cerebral.
Now, you are... Is it fair to call you a love machine? Would that be fair to describe you as a loving machine?
At times.
Yeah.
At times I can work it.
I've been listening to your album because he's a multi-talented fella. He can act, he can sing, he can play instruments, and he has well, you've had a couple of albums out, haven't you?
Had a couple of albums out, yeah.
And it's sexy stuff on the album. It's the kind of the music that you could have on in the background.
Yeah, I believe that the music should either get you in the club or get you in the bedroom. One of the two.
And so your lyrics, and you write your lyrics yourself?
Most of them, yeah.
They're quite, do you draw on your own experiences in the boudoir?
Yeah, sometimes.
This is from Warm Bed.
Oh, okay.
Damn, it's hot. Probably works better slightly in an American accent.
No, it's okay, do that. I like
Damn,
that.
it's hot.
Damn, it's hot.
Floor is locked.
Floor is locked.
Can't believe all that arse that you got.
It's about me.
a lot of arse that lady's got.
A lot. I'm an ass man.
Talking slick girl might get you got.
Yeah.
If you do that again, then I'm gonna have to arrest you. You're telling me don't stop. You must not understand why they call me Foxx. For how long I can stay in the box.
Marathon.
Well, it has to be true because it rhymes as much as it. Kiss you right below your navel, then rub you with oil. Will you read that bit for the ladies? Will you that last
Kiss you right below your navel, then rub you and all. Bite on your ear, tell you stand up, make you turn around and touch your toes. The next thing you know, baby, it's really good. I'm telling you, hey!
I'm in the mood for some loving now.
I am too. I was just found the right person.
I almost turned then, I'm telling you. I was looking in your eyes.
It's all right, I'll just close my eyes. As long as you don't tell.
Let's talk about Ray. Let's talk about Ray, baby. Let's talk about Ray. Wow, what a tremendous performance in that film.
Thank you so much.
Remarkable performance. Deservedly, you won the Oscar for that.
Thank you.
I hope you saw him in Ray, but that really was. And it wasn't an impersonation, it was just a brilliant. And there were times when I couldn't believe I wasn't watching the young man himself. It was.
Right.
I can't. And you played the piano yourself and that. You did the vocals yourself.
What was amazing was that I got a chance to meet Ray Charles before he passed, and the beauty of it was that Ray never really. He was never really like blind in the sense of the way we look at it. He was just, that was just something that had happened to him, but he was this beautiful musical presence. And I was nervous in meeting him. And I said, as he walks in the room, I said, Mr. Charles, I'm really trying to, do you justice. And he said,
Hey, you know what? As long as you can play the blues, man, everything is all right.
and we sat down and we played on dual pianos and we played the blues. And what I realized, how serious he was about the music, because I hit a wrong note. And as we were playing, he said,
Hey, now, why would you do that?
damn, can he see me? And he says, take time to play, the right notes, because the notes are right underneath your fingers. And after we met and we played and I got through the piece, he stood up, the boys got it, and he walked out.
Well, it was a remarkable accomplishment. I mean, it really did feel like, and often you see a biopic and they're pretty good, but it really brought the whole thing to life for me.
Yeah.
Michael, we have here, I don't know how familiar with Michael Ball. He's like the English Ray Charles, really, but he... you met Ray, though, didn't you?
Yeah.
You sang with Ray Charles,
I
didn't
sang
you,
with him,
Ray?
yeah, he came on my TV show.
Wow.
Just the most incredible talent. Everyone was frightened to death when he came in. Couldn't have been more helpful, couldn't have been nicer, and just a thrill.
Incredible.
And I've got to say, Jamie's performance was just stunning.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Credit.
He was saying earlier on he saw you in Les Miserables. He thought you spoiled it. I hope you don't mind me telling him that, because I know that was before the show. But how was it playing someone, a sightless person, or a person with limited vision? I don't know whether he was completely blind or whether he had
He
a little bit
lost his sight completely when he was 16, but it was different. They had me go to a blind center for visually challenged people, but it's not the same, because Ray was a star, and Ray's way of doing things was completely different. Like even the way he thought that he could tell if a woman was beautiful by doing this. He would like shake the woman's hand. Ah, yeah, nice to see. And then he would feel the wrist. And for some odd reason, he felt that was a way to tell if
So
she was beautiful.
I guess he liked a slender woman, did he? And
I don't know. It just felt like the
connected
wrist
with
was
her?
the thing. So and then for some reason, he thought that would work. But as we viewed some of the pictures of some of the ladies he was with, that.
Well, maybe they had a friend hold their hand out and they just waited back and then jumped in when he wasn't ready, Now, you won the Oscar for that, as we've already said.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
yeah.
And I'm imagining one of the best nights of your professional life that must have been.
fun.
Did you know in advance, or did you have people must have been saying there's a good chance you're going to win this. Do you dare let yourself hope, or do you try and push it out your mind? How do you deal with the build-up and then...
I think what you do is you just enjoy the moment as it comes, and it's like you don't want to spoil it, because anything could happen at the time, but we threw a little after party. I didn't put my name on it just in case, it didn't go right. So, but it went fine. I had my daughter with me, and she experienced it and shared with me in that night. And we had a pretty good feeling, but like I said, you don't want to overshoot it. But when it happened, man, it was incredible.
And I think you're the third African American to win an Oscar. African American man. I know Halle Berry won one as well, of course, who we've discussed at some length already.
We sure have.
That must picture in a very unique group there.
Very unique group, and it was a third for best actor.
Who was the first? It was Sidney Poitier was the first.
Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, and myself, and now Forrest Whitaker, who's absolutely incredible. But it was one of those times where just everything man, it was crazy. It was surreal, you know. And then and how more attractive I looked too towards some of the young ladies that I had tried to talk to before I.
That gold statue made a difference.
Yeah, man, it was something that was like the holy grail for a minute. But
are you surprised that we're talking about in this day and age, we're saying that there are only 4 African American actors who won it? It seems unusual that we even make a point of that it's kind of like such a small number. That it's
I think what you do is that you make a point of it until it becomes pizza. And if I can make you understand what that is, it's like for African Americans in the States, we want to keep making strides and doing great things and positive good things, so that after a while, it's just like eating pizza. You don't eat pizza and say, "Oh, I'm eating an Italian pizza." Yeah. It's just that you're being accepted.
It's part of your everyday experience.
So that's what you strive to do, and do it as best you can, and have as much fun with it as you can.
Okay, let's talk about The Kingdom, because that's your new movie.
Yeah.
And it's very apt that we talk about it now, because it is a movie it's got much more going for it than I thought. I thought it would be an out-and-out kind of action thriller, but and obviously it's difficult dealing with a complex situation like the U.S. relationship with the Saudi. State, but it deals with it. And the ending of the movie, which we'll get to in a minute, incredible. But where did you shoot the film? Did you go out to the Saudi
Shot
States?
The film in most of it in Phoenix, and then we went to Abu Dhabi, Dubai, which was a different experience. Anybody been to
Dubai? It's a kind of a big tourist attraction now. I haven't been there, but I know it's a popular.
They got everything over there. They got indoor ski resorts and roller rinks and parks and all kinds of stuff. But you have to be careful of certain things in the culture. You got to be careful with, because you have to learn certain things not to do when you get there, not to be disrespectful. Because I know this meant like F you.
So that means F you.
Yeah, and you couldn't shake with the left hand, and don't show the bottom of your feet. And I'm goofy. As soon as I get off the plane, I'm like, hey, good to be here. We made it. I was like,
so you were just upsetting people from the day one.
So they taught me, what to do and what not to do, but they treated us real nice. It was like, there's so much money over there, 850,000 square kilometer palace and all this stuff. And they were cool about allowing us to shoot this story.
Because I'm curious as to whether they wanted to vet the script, because it's not necessarily negative, but it's not necessarily the most flattering of the way things are.
And it's nobody. It's no one's keeping score. It's not like we win and they lose. It's about a story about a guy who's committing these crimes behind the veil of Islam, and my team with Jennifer Garner, Jason Bateman, and Chris Cooper, we go over and we hook up with
your FBI
agents, and we hook up with a Saudi police officer by the name of Ashraf, who's been going through this too. He's like, I've been wanting to solve these crimes, but I can't. So America's not helping us, and Saudi's not helping us, so we do a couple of political moves in order for us to investigate the crime.
You pull a few strings to get out there. And I thought the relationship between you and the guy you had out there, you said his name was Ashraf, was tremendous, really lovely, and also quite believable, the way it grows and changes throughout the movie.
Breaks your heart, this guy's performance.
He's tremendous in it. Okay, let's have a look. This is a clip from the new Jamie Foxx movie. I say it's a Jamie Foxx movie, but it's very much an ensemble piece. There's a lot of fine performances, but just because Jamie's here, let's say he's the star. He is the star. This is The Kingdom, and it opens next week. Film which I enjoyed. I didn't know how much I enjoyed. I thought it might be one of those movies where the Americans save the world, as they always do. But it's more complex than that, and there's a lot more going on. And the ending, I'm telling you, the last 20 minutes or 25 minutes, I saw it in a screening room with a bunch of kind of film critics who are pretty hard. Everyone on the edge of their seat, and people actually go, "Oh no, oh my God!" People, really kind of getting into it.
It's really serious, and Jennifer Garner kicked so much tail in the movie, and just like I said, that last 30 minutes, and then the end of the movie, which we won't give away, but the end of the movie.
Yeah, it's a very clever and it's a very sobering moment. Well, congratulations on The Kingdom. I just thought it was great. Really was just a tremendous piece of work. How nice having this show. What a burst of energy and what a huge talent he has. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Mr. Jamie Foxx. Thank you so much. Great to have you here. Thank you for having me. I know you must be Fantastic.